Welcome to another adventure of the Exploring Club, Silly Gooses only.
And it's a special edition.
Special edition.
So we actually departed from Des Moines. We went down and saw your family.
Yep.
And headed to Arizona.
Arizona.
We stopped and grabbed some delicious lunch at the airport.
A little salad, little fried foods.
Yep.
Oop.
Sneak peek!
Spoiler alert.
So it was a slick 3 hours to Phoenix. We rented a car. And then actually we did end up staying with my cousins. So it was very easy to kind of maneuver and have some downtime.
Yeah, very nice place. Thank you to them for letting us stay. It was very wonderful, and they have a great place out there in Arizona.
Yeah, it was fun to have them be a part of our adventure. So we arrived, like I said, they had a train system. Is that what you'd call this? Tram?
Yeah, kind of train tram to get to the rent-a-car place, which was quite some distance away, but not that far. But nice, because you can kind of get out and get going.
Yeah, yep. Drove to Debbie and Richard's just in time for sunset and a beautiful dinner that they made for us. Got up and went for a walk. So obviously fairly hot already, even in April.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
I mean, in Phoenix, I think it was already high 80s, 90s when we arrived.
Yeah, it was high 80s. Didn't get into the 90s, 100s until we came back from Sedona.
Yeah. Then we made our way up to Sedona.
Had some sushi first.
Yep, grabbed some sushi. Fun little, this was all you can eat, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
So you kind of order as you go. And
Then we went and stopped at the famous pie place, but didn't get pie this time.
yeah, on the way back we got pie.
Tried some
$9 water.
$9 water, because I'm a lush. And then we kept driving and we're trying to find some interesting things on the way, and found a couple different interesting things off the road with some petroglyphs.
Yeah, so I have never seen petroglyphs or what's the other thing?
I'm blanking. It'll probably say.
Yeah. So I haven't seen anything like this. I don't think I've really done much adventuring in the Southwest, so this was really fun. Our first little, I guess, adventure part of the trip, scenic stuff, was the petroglyphs, the crane petroglyphs right before you get into Sedona.
Yeah, really, I mean, all we did was kind of say attractions near us and kind of scoured the map as we were heading up and found this place. I really didn't have an idea that it was here. Obviously, I knew that there were different Native American sites in the southwest of America, but I didn't know about the petroglyphs, so it was really cool. We got to see all these different things and talk to a lady who volunteers and spends a lot of her time there. But yeah, it was really distinct. It was great to go see them, and kind of a nice surprise along the way.
Yeah, and not like a crazy hike or anything to get to. It was super flat and
very easy. Anybody could do it. Anybody in a wheelchair could do it. But yeah, and then she kind of sent us to another place that we'll go through later. But yeah, it was
Sedona.
a really nice area to stop through, and then we kept heading on the way just to make the trek a little less longer. But I mean, pretty easy trek all the way up to Sedona.
So then when we came into Sedona, we had rented a room at the Wildflower Inn, which is in Oak Creek, just south of Sedona proper. So if you saw on the map, you kind of hit this Oak Creek area, and then you drive through most of the, you want to say national park?
Yeah.
And then you get to Sedona proper, kind of in the midst of things. So this was kind of nice because it was a little more secluded, a little less touristy.
A little further south by the golf course.
Yeah. So there was tons of really great restaurants, and we could always get a spot. It wasn't, super busy. It just felt a lot more relaxed than
more personable.
Once we did make it up to Sedona, it was I'm really glad we stayed where we stayed.
Yeah, definitely. It was much more relaxed, and I would recommend it to anybody over the other alternative.
Yeah, it was a beautiful hotel, super nice people. They even helped print some stuff for us and gave some good recommendations. And
great location, got to overlook a lot of the monuments, the
Bell Rock,
the landmark monuments around the area. So either we were just down the road for them, or we were looking out our window or balcony
literally
towards
in the
them.
bed.
Yep.
From the bed we could see them, so it was pretty great. So yeah, getting my nails done. We were making some preparations for our big day the next day. We did sneak out that night to try to do some night photography. I was not on my A game. There was also a full moon, so it was a little harder to photograph. What do you want to do today?
Coffee, Colts. Oh, we could get married too.
So yeah, this is our big day. We did discover a really great coffee shop that was just literally a block down the road from the hotel that had incredible pastries and breads and
Really good baked goods. Yeah, it was a nice surprise. It was maybe a couple minutes from where we were, and we ate at Colt Grill, which was actually really good as well. You could see it from our area or any area around because they smoke early in the morning, so there's just a
billow
of smoke coming from their smokers because the area is not too big. So that was interesting, but very good food.
Yeah, delicious. I think there may be more of a lunch dinner kind of saloony, bar food. I mean, they make good food, but it was exciting to have them open for breakfast because my biscuits and gravy were banging.
Yep.
We just decided to have like a light lunch, just some Sammys and some salads at one of the cafes before we started getting ready for the afternoon festivities.
Yep. It was a really nice cafe, kind of by one of their grocery stores, and it was a nice light lunch. Nothing heavy before standing in the heat, and now we got me shaving, I suppose, on here. So that's fun. That's interesting.
I didn't expose you in any way.
Define exposed.
Shoulders up. It was
And
just
there's me dancing
shoulders.
because, just in the mood.
Here you are, the partner that loves so gently and such kindness, not wavering in strength and commitment, while making it feel effortless to love me. The friend that ensures my worries and anxieties are heard, but never consume me. You are kind to me, especially when I need kindness. You love me, and even more on the days when I need extra love. And you care for me, particularly when caring for myself is difficult. You bring joy where heaviness sits. You are magic. Wherever our time and adventures together take us, however many versions of life we build, I don't have to worry if I can handle what comes because we will do it together.
I really appreciate that. You've made me a much better person. You've allowed me to be as silly as I used to be. I wasn't really sure that person existed anymore. It had been a very, very long time since it existed in its normal, pure form. I'm really thankful for that. I just really did not expect to be back to a point in which I truly enjoy things. Having a partner who is adventurous as me. Maybe we both don't love hiking, but you love adventures as well. And so I'm ready to start the rest of our lives together.
Kiss your bride.
Bye.
And there it is, folks. We're married.
We did a thing.
We're dancing. You're watching us dance. Some other people were watching us dance.
Yeah. There were only a handful of people that came up on the little hill.
It was like 6 people, and you never saw them,
No.
but they were over your shoulder, so I was kind of like looking at them while they were looking at us, and they were very polite. None of them made any sound.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
But just kind of a peanut gallery, so...
Yeah, so this is Lover's Knoll, a lookout that's just outside of Sedona. obviously we wanted something that we could very easily get to. It wasn't going to be a long hike or anything.
Nope.
And this came as a recommendation from our photographer, videographer company. Our officiant was super nice with all the planning as well. So her husband was one of our
Witnesses,
and
and then
then
so was one of our cameramen.
so was one of the cameramen. So it was great. We got our 2 witnesses taken care of and signed it, and we got all of it done all by our own selves.
Yeah, perfect weather. Couldn't ask for better. I think that's always one worry with anything outdoors, but I mean, it was just beautiful out. So we got pretty lucky there, and then we took a lot of pictures kind of in a further down park area.
Yeah, little south of where we were. This is actually very near where we did tried to take night photography the night before. So we went down to this creek area. There was really great walking paths and all sorts of like this vista, and down by the creek, lots of different kind of opportunities for background. So it was a really great spot. The shoes of mine did not make it home. They were a one and done situation. I had blisters on little toes, big toes, heels, balls of my feet.
Wasn't the best situation. So.
but they look good.
They look good. Looks over comfort.
And you know what? We had a big plan to this beautiful restaurant, nice fine dining spot in Sedona. And we both, after photos, we said, you know what? Let's just go back and order in. So I got a burger, and you got sushi.
Always sushi.
So we ate in the comfort of our own bed, and it was great.
Yeah, had a nice rest, and then woke up the next morning to do some more exploring.
Yeah, we did the coffee shop again with beautiful pastries and goodies. And so this was the second floor of the motel. The motel was only 2 floors. So this was right above our room. There was this kind of communal patio area, and there were a couple people up there various times when we went up, but we could always have a spot, and it was very nice.
It was not super busy. There's like maybe 20 rooms total, so always very nice. And this was the other site, similar situation, and as you'll see the map that I really enjoyed while we had it, because it was a great map from Sedona, and this kind of took you to different places that you could go to. And this was more of a semi-self-guided tour in these ruins, which I also appreciate, because at the end of the day, sometimes you can be held a little hostage, but they just had park guides again who stood at various areas and explained situations to you there, and very helpful people. Ultimately had a lot of knowledge, and I would recommend going to any of these sites. Very cool just to learn the history and see how people survived in this area.
Why they chose certain spots. I mean, the guide had some really interesting things to say about like the areas in these kind of built into the cliffs where, you know, shade would hit almost the entire day during parts of the year, and it was very cool. I struggle generally with historical guided situations. You know, you feel hostage, I feel bored out of my mind. And so it's nice when you can ask questions that you're curious about. Maybe they throw in some extra tidbits, and then you can either move on or dive in deeper, and that I really like that part with these guys.
Yeah, and I mean, the ruins themselves were in fantastic shape, so I would definitely encourage going to them. I know not a lot of people, there's not a ton of history because we're not the oldest nation in the world, but there's many people who came before us in this nation, and exploring their history I think is a good part and a essential part, and kind of learning how we all got here.
Yeah, very cool. So this was one part. You kind of come to a fork when you go to the guided experience. So you go to the right to check out that site where there was dwellings, and then to the left it was a lot of these pictographs.
Yeah, these are pictographs versus petroglyphs.
Look at me.
Yep.
I thought of it.
Yep.
There was no one putting money on
so
that situation.
less carving, more using different materials, and he kind of explained the different materials, whether it's plants, berries, animal fat, different kinds of things. But
Ash.
I mean, these are significantly old, and they're over a period of time. So one group would put them on, another group would put them on. So historically, a very sacred site for a lot of Native American groups over time to visit and spend their time there. So very cool to see. Haven't seen that many distinct graphics, whether it be the picto or petroglyphs in a lot of other places.
Yeah, it was very cool. It was cool to hear the interpretation of like what different designs meant. Like there was a lot of speculation that some meant like this was a type of snake, or this is a, birthday thing or a ritual. So it was very cool.
Yep. And this was Sedona proper that we spent honestly very little time in. It's, to be honest, it's a tourist trap. It's not my type of thing. It's way too many people. There are nice things there. The restaurant we ate at had a gorgeous view.
Yeah.
But just you always know when there's just buses of people getting bussed in while you're walking across the street, and it just becomes a little hectic. And
too much.
We're not entirely into that, and so we enjoyed the rest of our time there, and then kind of started to head back towards to Debbie and Richard's. And we had heard about some pie, and so we got some ourselves and made sure we brought some back for them as well.
Yeah, once we got back, we decided, because it was already hot as Hades, to catch a movie, and then I had never been here before.
Yeah, Hawaiian barbecue was one of my favorites out in California. So I saw that, and I saw Fat Cats on the way up, just because it was named Fat Cats, and looked it up. And it was great. And then we got to spend some relaxing time with Debbie and Richard out by the pool. Again, their home was very beautiful, and I thank them for welcoming us in it.
Yeah, it was wonderful to be able to share the adventure with them and have some downtime on the front end and on the back end before we came back home. So we actually left in the afternoon and made it to Phoenix, like right by the airport. We had a hotel there so that we wouldn't have to do any driving the next morning.
Yep.
For our flight.
And we got some sushi, and not too far from where like Arizona State plays, so we got to see their stadium that's kind of built into the rocks. So great place to eat sushi. Was the off season, so not a lot of students there, so it was very nice from a crowd perspective, and got some good food, and then relaxed a little bit and went to bed before our plane trip.
Yeah.
Taking the tram back, and got the car back in one piece after our Ultra upgrade.
Yeah. Little travel note is, when they are going to upgrade you, make sure that you understand whether or not the upgrade price is the total price or the additional price on top of it.
It was a very nice car.
It was nice.
Yep.
We didn't need to pay double for the rental.
That's okay. It's very nice.
It's done now.
And we got cactus candy.
Yep.
I mean,
You got
who
some
can't go
for,
wrong with prickly pear candy? And we got some for
your
the
nieces and nephews, and of course you had to have a piece for yourself to do a little quality control.
Yeah, I mean, I've had it, but yeah.
Live long day. We've been serving cokes and pretzels, except in turbulence, but that's okay. Can't you hear those engines humming? We're almost at the gate. Thanks for flying Southwest Airlines, and we're right on time. Ain't that great?
Clapping and applauding, not only after you land, but to someone singing on a microphone. This is Philip's personal hell. Got back to Des Moines.
Got to watch some soccer with my nephew, so that was always fun. He's really good at soccer, much better than I was at that age. And got to take him out to, what was it? Slim Chickens. I really like the funny names for restaurants. That probably takes things over food most of the time.
And we like fried chicken too.
Yep.
And Julie, my mother-in-law, decorated our car when we got home. So no cans, but we did have some cute stuff written on it.
Definitely. All in all, couldn't have asked for a better trip.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And with that, that's another adventure of the Sporting Club. Remember, Silly Gooses only.